and we're all here together, man. Our goal is not to, our goal on this channel, our goal in the comment section is not to prove or show that we know more than the next person or the next man. All of that is irrelevant. What we're going to do here is we're going to help each other out. All right. So the information I give y'all brothers, the information that y'all brothers share in the chat, that's solely for helping brothers out. It's not for poking our chest out or I know more than you and you know more. All of that doesn't even matter, man. What's going on? It's your brother X and I am back to do another video for you guys. And in this video, I'm going to be talking to you brothers about understanding this one thing that's going to change your beard journey. Okay, so before I get started, I just want to take a minute out to say thank you. I really appreciate each and every single one of y'all, man. I appreciate all the love, the support. I appreciate y'all following me on this journey. I just appreciate y'all watching the channel. Those that take the time to tap the like button, tap the subscribe button, and all that good stuff. Man, I truly appreciate y'all and I salute you. Okay, so on this channel, I love to give out information that I think is going to be helpful to you guys. And one of the things I like to do is I like to break things down so that they'll be really easy for everybody to understand and to get without making it so technical and complicated. All right. But it's not as simple as all you need to do is this or all you need to do is that. I see a lot of comments in the comment section, and don't get me wrong, I appreciate all y'all brothers in the comment section trying to help out your fellow brothers by telling them what works for you. The only issue is that you can't really tell somebody that this is all you need and use this and this is going to solve your problems, because there's a lot more to it. And that's what inspired me to do this video, because I see a lot of that going on lately. And I just want to tell y'all brothers, man, what works for somebody else might not work for you. What worked for you last year, last month, might not work for you this year. What worked for you last week might not work for you this week. And one of the main reasons for that is beard porosity. Okay, so a lot of y'all brothers might be saying, well, what is beard porosity? I'm going to try and break this down really quick, and I'm going to talk about porosity in a way that's going to help you guys to understand your beards a little bit better. All right, so beard porosity basically is how the outer layer of your beard, the cuticle on your beard, how they're formed, how close they are together, how tight they are, how hard it is for water or moisture to penetrate your beard. All right, so when you think about your outer layer of your beard, I want you to think about it like think about like a fish. Okay, so a fish has scales. Okay, and those scales are going to overlap. So you may have one scale here, you may have one here, then you can have another one, almost like shingles on a roof. Okay, those scales protect the fish from probably elements of the environment, probably from predators, diseases, all kinds of things. All right, the outside layer of your hair is similar to that. So people who have low porosity hair, those cuticles and those areas are going to be a lot closer, a lot tighter. It's going to make it a lot harder for your products to penetrate into your beard and make it soft. On the flip side of that, you're going to have people with high porosity hair. And high porosity hair, you're going to apply products to your beard or apply water. It's going to be amazingly moisturized immediately or very fast. But the problem is you lose the moisture very fast because you can't hold on to that moisture. And that's because of the cuticles, the outside layer being spaced apart. They could be damaged. You could have lifting, all those kinds of things. So the reason why I said earlier in the video is that the things you may have used last month or last week may not work today. It's because maybe you didn't have that damage that you do now. All right. Let's just take, for example, the heated pick. Okay. I'm not really a fan. That heated pick can cause damage to the outside layer of your hair. It can cause damage to the cuticle, leaving it open, leaving a gap, leaving a space, leaving damage where moisture can get in really easy, but then moisture escapes really easy as well. All right, so you may have high porosity hair in some areas of your beard. You may have high porosity hair all over your beard, and you didn't have high porosity before. You could have had normal or low porosity. So some of you brothers out there is trying to figure out whether you have high or low porosity. The easiest ways to figure that out, when you get in the shower, when your beard gets wet, does your beard repel the water? Does it feel like it takes a while before your beard really feels like it's drenched and the water gets in? Does it take a little bit? That could potentially means that you probably have low porosity beard. If your beard gets wet very fast, then you probably have high porosity. All right. I know a lot of people do the water test where they take a beard hair and they put it in water. If the hair floats, you have low porosity. If it sinks really fast, you have high. If it sinks gradually, you probably have normal porosity. The only problem with that is that most people do that test when their hair either has buildup, has product, could have oil, things like that, and those things could tend to make the hair float. Understanding your hair, that's why I use the shower technique. Understanding your beard, most of you guys, if you just take a minute and you think about your processes, think about what happens, think about how your beard reacts to products, you probably will be able to figure out whether you have high or low or normal porosity hair. So now let's clear this up. Is low porosity hair bad? Okay, absolutely not. I'm going to say that most people that have low porosity hair, it's usually a genetic thing, all right? And having low porosity hair, meaning you're trying products and they're not penetrating and your beard always feels dry no matter what you do. It's just that you have to figure out what kind of products to use and how to use them. Really finding out what products work well for your beard and also adjusting how you use them. Okay, so let's just take the two methods we all know the most about, the LCO and the LOC. LCO method and the LOC method should be used differently depending on if you have low porosity or a high porosity beard. The kinds of products you use are going to differ whether you have a low porosity or a high porosity beard. For example, if you have a really low porosity beard, I would recommend coconut oil is something that you should probably not use as often or stay away from. There's a couple of reasons. Now, let me clarify. One of the reasons why coconut oil doesn't work great for someone with a low porosity beard is because the molecules of the coconut oil are too large to pass through and enter into the hair shaft. Okay, so the coconut oil can't get into the shaft and work from the inside out the way that it should. Now, if you have a high porosity beard, the coconut oil will get right in and work its magic, and those people will feel like coconut oil is the best thing since sliced bread. Then you may have someone else that puts coconut oil, their beard is feeling super greasy, it's looking really oily, it's still dry. The coconut oil can actually lead to increased or more buildup. All right, and that's partly because of the way coconut oil acts and reacts, and then some other things which I'm not going to make this more complicated than it has to be. But just think about coconut oil when it reaches room temperature. When coconut oil reaches room temperature, it's no longer a liquid and it usually becomes a solid. Now, a lot of you guys may say, X, hold up. You've been telling us for the longest that coconut oil is great and you use coconut oil in your deep conditions. Here's the key. Using coconut oil on your deep conditions, you're applying heat to your beard in a damp, moist environment. It's going to break down those molecules, allow the coconut oil to break down, as well as all the other oils that you're applying to your beard in that environment where you have a damp beard, you have your products, you have your conditioner, you have your coconut oil, and you have your other oil, and you have a bag over it, and you're creating like a rainforest in your beard, a rainforest of goodness. You know what I'm saying? So all of that moisture with the heat is going to break everything down nice. It's all going to get into your beard. It's going to penetrate, and it's really going to make your beard look and feel great. Actually, deep conditions are one of the necessary steps for people with low porosity. I think everybody should be doing them, but especially if you have low porosity, you should be doing your deep conditions. Okay, so when you have a low porosity beard, washing your beard is critical. You have to try to get rid of as much of the buildup that can, because it couldn't penetrate, as much of the products and the buildup that sits on the outside of your beard. You got to wash that away, get rid of it, and start from a clean slate as often as possible so that your products will work. So you don't want to be skipping your wash days. You want to make sure you're you want to make sure you're regularly washing your beard, and some of you may not be washing your beard often enough. You may need to step that up. All right, so just to give you a quick recap, a low porosity beard repels all moisture. It's like a shield that just keeps moisture out, and you have to figure out not just the product you use, but how you use it and how you use your routines to keep your beard moisturized. So for example, a lot of you brothers may do it on your wash day or your condition days or your co-wash days. You use warm water, okay? The warm water opens everything up. You start applying your products. You apply your conditioner, you wash everything, you cleanse your beard. Everything is nice and good, and then you follow up with a cool water rinse. Or you follow up with a cold water rinse. Now, some people may believe that that is great for low porosity and high porosity beards. Some people tend to believe that once you apply the cold water, you're locking in, you're going to close the cuticles back, and it's going to lock in the moisture and lock in the steps that you did in the shower. So for a lot of us brothers that have a really coarse beard and have low porosity, that one step of applying the cool water rinse in the shower, what you're doing is you're closing off your cuticles and closing everything. Then you're getting out of the shower and you're applying your leave-in conditioner, your beard oil, and your butter. So what that's doing is you're applying all that stuff to the outside surface of your beard. If the products don't work as they're supposed to or work as desired, you're blaming it on the products, but the problem is your routine doesn't match your beard texture. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to keep your beard open. All right, you want to keep your cuticles open. You don't want to close anything off just yet. In the shower, rinse, wash with warm water, rinse with warm water. When you get out of the shower, you're going to apply your leave-ins, your oils, your butters, and the ingredients in your oils. If your oils were crafted right, your oils are going to have ingredients that are going to help to smooth and close those cuticles for you. So you're going to use your products to help to close your cuticles, but they're also going to have some ingredients that are going to get inside, moisturize, soften, and really help to keep your beard healthy before you lock it off and try and lock all that moisture in. All right, if that makes sense. Now, if you have a high porosity beard and your beard is super moisturized, as soon as the products and the water touches it and your conditioner and everything's in the shower, for you brothers that have a high porosity beard, you can go ahead and use a cool water rinse if you choose to and lock everything off in the shower because you're good. You don't have a hard time getting moisture in. You have a hard time keeping moisture in. All right. And depending on how damaged your beard is, you may have areas of your beard that's just damaged and it's not going to repair itself. You can just use certain products to try and keep your hair as healthy as possible. All right. But for high porosity beards, you could do a cold water rinse and try and lock things in. But what I think you brothers should start to understand what kind of beard you have, understand your beard, and then understand the techniques that are going to work better for the type of beard you have. All right. But basically, I just wanted to do this video to let y'all brothers know if you think you're doing all the right things, one of the most important things to do is to try to figure out your beard and understand your beard. Once you do that, it's going to be a lot easier than you think. And we're all here together, man. Our goal on this channel, our goal in the comment section is not to prove or show that we know more than the next person or the next man. All of that is irrelevant. What we're going to do here is we're going to help each other out. All right. So the information I give y'all brothers, the information that y'all brothers share in the chat, that's solely for helping brothers out. It's not for poking our chest out or I know more than you and you know more. All of that doesn't even matter, man. We're talking about beards and we're helping our fellow brothers out on their journey to growing a successful beard so they can have the beard they want. All right. It's your brother X. I'll be back soon, y'all. Peace.